Not only am I sorry for what happened, I'm sorry that you could not see what's truly in my heart.
Breaking news at 6, an apology from Darrell Brooks. Not enough, though, to spare him from a lifetime in prison.
On counts 1 through 6, this court is imposing a life sentence without the possibility or eligibility for extended supervision consecutive to one another. 1 life sentence for Virginia Sorensen. 1 life sentence for Leanna Owen. 1 life sentence for Tamara Durand. 1 life sentence for Jane Kulik. 1 life sentence for Bill Hospel. And 1 life sentence for Jackson Sparks.
Thank you for joining us this evening. Within the last just 10 minutes, Darrell Brooks was sentenced to life in prison for killing 6 people and injuring dozens more in his attack at the Waukesha Christmas Parade.
As Judge Darrell explained during the sentencing, Brooks had every opportunity to stop.
Mr. Brooks had another opportunity to stop. This wasn't one isolated person that he could claim, I didn't know I struck someone. This was driving over people. What Kyle Jewell described as the SUV went over people like they were big old speed bumps.
Katie Crowther is live outside the Waukesha courthouse with more.
Shannon and Charles, this is the culmination of a lot of emotions, of a lot of pain, of a lot of heartache. Judge Darrell gave that sentence just moments ago. During sentencing, she cried at one point, saying how hard this has been, hearing from all of the victims and covering this case. That came after Darrell Brooks spoke for 2 hours today. He also cried at one point, but never really took responsibility for the attack itself on the Waukesha Christmas Parade. He cried, but he was also repetitive, rambling. At one point, he turned around to address the victims and survivors who were sitting in court, and Judge Darrell said, "No, you cannot do that." Take a listen.
It's emotional. I apologize for taking so long. I made the decision to rededicate my life to Christ when this tragedy happened. I want you to know that not only am I sorry for what happened, I'm sorry that you could not see what's truly in my heart, if I may.
You just need to turn forward, sir. I don't know that they're ready for that yet.
To prevent the act from happening. During that sentencing, some of the families of victims of the parade attack actually left because they just couldn't stomach hearing Brooks talk anymore. Before Brooks spoke, his mother, grandmother, and a good friend spoke via Zoom on his behalf. They all referenced his mental health struggle, that he didn't know what he was doing, and asked he be given the help he needs. Now, Brooks' mother and grandmother also addressed the victims, saying they understood their pain and that they pray for them. Brooks's friend referenced how he's a good person. Again, none of this ended up really swaying the judge or victims. Once Brooks started talking, he covered a lot of different topics, focused all on him, which has been the case this whole time. His difficult childhood, not knowing how this all happened, his mental health challenges. He shared messages to the mothers of his children. He told the judge his behavior during the trial was not personal. He was just frustrated. At one point, he really took aim at Waukesha County District Attorney Sue Opper and the prosecution team, saying they were not fair to him, and once again, almost indicating he's been the victim in all this.
Am I angry? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But so what? What happened on November 21st, 2021 was not an attack. It was not planned, plotted. This was not an intentional act. Learning how to wrap my head around this whole situation has been extremely hard. I know who I am. God knows who I am. And I don't have any words of anger, any shots, so to speak, to throw back.
Again, just very bizarre. And throughout the sentencing, he kept interrupting the judge, got removed from the room once again. I mean, it's hard for all of us to watch this behavior. Imagine if you're someone directly impacted by the parade, if you lost a loved one in that attack, and to see that behavior in court throughout the trial and even in the very last minutes of sentencing. It's just, I have said this before, but I admire all the people who came in here every day and kept their strength, kept their reserve. And I'm going to try and talk to some of them as they come out of court, but they have already expressed relief at this, a step in the right direction, but nothing will bring their loved ones back. Back to you guys.
Very emotional, difficult day for the families throughout this trial. I'm joined back out here live now with criminal defense attorney Jonathan Lavoie, who's been sharing his insights and expertise throughout this trial. We appreciate this. You know, you hear that term, throw the book at them, and it looks like the judge did exactly that.
She certainly did. She gave 6 consecutive life sentences plus hundreds of additional years. I think it's symbolic to show that each victim mattered and that there was a consecutive sentence for each person that was either killed or injured in this event.
She also said that Brooks showed a lack of remorse and empathy, except for that one sentence he had in this 2-hour speech. Says she couldn't find any mitigating circumstances in this case. Would that have changed anything?
Well, we talked about last night that she wanted to hear an apology to the victims, and he spoke for 2 hours and only apologized one time. I don't think it would have impacted the sentence, but I think it would have made certainly some impact on the victims.
Yeah. We did hear that from his mother and grandmother, who talked about the remorse and apologizing as well as mental illness. What impact do you think they had on the court and maybe with the families?
Well, it made sense that the family is trying to explain the behavior of Mr. Brooks, and mental illness is the explanation they came up with. But the judge made it very clear that mental illness might be present, but it wasn't an excuse for his behavior in this case.
We appreciate your time, Jonathan, being out here with us, talking about this very important trial on a very important day.